you never know, what's going to happen, when the runs are coming. Throw everything out the window. Both teams are going to go after it. And I thought Miami did a great job in the second half of really attacking us in transition. They took advantage of some of our players that maybe weren't in the right position a lot of times, and we just didn't do a great job of helping each other out in the second half. Now, on the other hand, the first half I thought was some of the best defense that we've played all year, and we'll build on that and throughout that second half as we head into the ACC tournament.
So when Katie was in here, she said to ask you this question. She thinks they're one of the best 64, obviously.
Oh gosh, yeah. No question. Yeah, I mean, no question. They've had, you look at those 3 games that they just lost, at the buzzer. I mean, you're just like, dang, if they had 1 or 2 of those, but I hope the committee will take that into consideration and the strength of the ACC.
Has this surprised you? I mean, this is not a team that's been, your team has not been together 3 or 4 years. I mean, you have so many new,
True.
To win 27 games and counting with this group, is it even a little ahead of schedule?
Well, it's interesting because I didn't know how we'd be. I mean, I didn't know what our identity would be. I didn't know any of that. But it does not surprise me because of the maturity of the players that are coming in. And, I've had one other one-year transfer that has been as significant as Maegan Conwright, and that was Ronika Hodges, who's still playing in the WNBA today. So, Maegan and her maturity, Duke Bulgak and her maturity, I mean, she wins championships. And you look at those two, and then you look at Letty Romero, who's played with the senior national team for Spain. That kind of maturity has taken us to a different level. Now, I don't think we're nearly as good as we can be yet. We still have a lot of issues that we need to clear up, but a lot of those are rotational issues that I continue to struggle because I've got so many good players on my team.
Maegan, I wonder if you could talk about that from a player standpoint. Coach talks about the maturity, but there's still, even mature players have to form chemistry together, and how well you guys seem to have formed the chemistry.
Yeah, and it's really surprising just because, Letty got thrown in, I don't know how many games.
Yeah.
So she missed a few games in the beginning, so it's really cool to be a part of a team so great to still come together. And I give a lot of credit to Coach Sue because, she coaches us that every day without anything else. If we don't have chemistry on the court, if we don't help each other out there, then, we're not going to be as great as we can be. So as long as we know that we have each other's back, then that makes us even 10 times better than, us actually physically on the court. So.
It's nice to have someone like Maegan physically on the court. I've never coached a kid that is as fast and can defend so well. And then you put the offensive side of that I have to keep coaxing her to do more. And today I thought she was phenomenal.
Maegan, when Coach says that even she's not sure how much better this team can get, I mean, what are you seeing? And where can this team still find another gear?
And that's what I feel like makes us such a great team, because every day we focus on things we need to get better at, boxing out and turnovers and stuff. There's always something you can get better at, and that maturity for us as a team to not be satisfied and keep wanting to grow and get better, it makes us a better team. And we are on board all the way as far as in practice every day. We're still trying to compete and get better because we see what we can do, so we don't want to miss this opportunity.
Maegan, can you sort of take us back on this sort of big picture question, but go back to getting her right after Christmas in 2012 all the way to now? It seems that probably you loved the game and confidence, everything. Can you maybe put in perspective how far you've come in that 2 years?
I mean, it's been a lot. A lot went on since from then to now, and my decision to leave. And I'm so thankful that Coach Sue had gave me the opportunity to, play for her. A lot of coaches weren't looking at me just because they didn't know how I was going to come back. They didn't know, how I was going to be with my ACL. And, she gave me this chance. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to prove to her that she made the right decision. And, being able to sit out, I feel like I gained the ability to get to know some of the team already that's here, and coach with them and play with them to a certain extent, and that helped me. So when I came in this year, it wasn't as hard to transition because I knew them last year. And now being at Florida State, I've gained the passion back that I didn't have. I lost at UK.
So why would you take the chance that so few coaches seem like they were willing to?
If you'd ever seen her play defense on film, the other thing is, I mean, I'm not afraid of ACL injuries. I've had players come back. I know our strength and conditioning, our training room, they are excellent. I've had some kids have ACLs that they've come back better than they've ever been. Maegan worked extremely hard. Hers was very, very interesting, and leaving when she did made it very interesting for her to get to Florida State. She really pushed through some hard things to become, I think, an even better basketball player than she was before.
This is kind of an oddball question, but how contagious is the winning thing in Tallahassee right now? Not just football. I mean, what Mark did in the fall, volleyball went 30-3. I mean, you know, softball's ranked. I mean, how?
And it's not even just, it's not contagious. It is a culture of excellence that the coaches talk, care about each other, talk about leading each other, help each other out. I mean, Jimbo Fisher came to their senior night and talked at halftime about how much he loves Florida State, this team, and wants to see the stands filled for the NCAA tournament. I mean, who does that? So they see soccer win a national championship, they see volleyball go into the Elite Eight, you know, we've been to the national championship game. You know, they see football go to the national championship. We're not going to be left out. You know, it's a culture of excellence, and they are competing with their peers as much as they're supporting them.
Is there though a little bit of a chip, because I mean, even at 27-3, you know that, and I hate the term narrative. I hate that word, but in the national narrative, you're in that second tier.
No chip. No chip.
Not even a little.
We don't care. We don't care what other people think. I mean, we just want to be as good as we can be. And, you know, we've been building a program. It took 17 years of me being at Florida State for us to finally get the same color seats in our arena. I mean, man, it looks great now. And now, you know, with Stan Wilcox and this leadership, like, basketball's getting ready to change at Florida State. We've been hitting this glass ceiling, and we're ready to bust through it.
Is that it?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.